We just want to see you. Just want to be sure that we are good to go. All right. I would want us to occupy every seat in front of us. Every seat in front of us should be occupied. Every seat in front of us. Occupy every seat in front of us. This mic is like a half foot. Okay, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be fully loaded. Maybe you change the battery to the other one. All right, like you can see, what can you see in our screen? What can you see? What can you see? What can you see? Your dream is our plan. Your dream is our plan. I think this looks so promising, isn't it? It looks so promising. When you meet somebody and say, that problem you think is a problem, I want to work with you to solve it, I think you have more assurance that you are in the right place. So right now, I am assuring you that whatever will be the problem before you are here, we're going to show you a proven system, a proven and tested, not only proven, system that will enable us make that a reality. Mr. Sampson, I'm not sure this mic can do this work. Okay, so your dream is our plan. What is your dream? What are your dreams? What are your dreams? I'm sure I would want to run through the slide to see possibly if this could be someone's dream, a dream of owning a good home, wonderful home. If it's your dream, let's see a wiper. I want to own a dream home. I want to own a dream home. It could be possibly owning a luxury ride. Imagine you waking up this morning and in the front of your home, someone just says, this is your ride. Would that make you happy? Now, there's a difference between a car and a ride. There's another one, moto, not go there. Okay? So this is an organization that gives you hope to those dreams that you so much long for. Quality vacation. Quality vacation. For those of us who love vacation, this is the right place to be. How many of us love vacation? I'm not talking about going to Djibouti or Ekpe or Ogun, whatever, okay? Traveling abroad. You go and rest with your family. So the company says, we can have that, quality education. This is a place where personal development is properly enhanced. If you want to personally develop yourself, we train you here, we equip you, we empower you to be personally developed. So whatever your dreams are, I'm not talking about this kind of education. You know, some of us who were privileged to attend this kind of schools, these are the kind of school where if you come late to school and the teacher locked the gate from the outside, we don't go home, we'll wait outside. At the closure of every section, we have our own padlock, we'll lock it outside. We will know who go beg. You know this kind of education, wahala no they finish. Do you agree with me? So we are not talking about this kind of education, you know. We are talking about befitting education, amazing education. So we deserve this good education, isn't it? This kind of school, the children brain, they do overheat. The way motor they do overheat. So you see them, they pull their shirt. Say, why did you pull it? Say, no, auntie, I'm hot. So we don't want it. Okay? Now, if we have longed for quality education, good education, why is it that these dreams, quality dreams that we have dreamt of, amazing dreams, why are they not coming to pass? So it shows that something is not right. Something is not right. So on that note, we need to look at the reason why these things are not coming to pass. Now, you need to make the right decision, and you need to be focused. There is need for us to take the right decision, and there is need for us to focus. Please, I am still not comfortable with this mic. Can you change it for me? All right. Friends, you need to discover yourself. You need to know who you are. A lot of us don't know who we are. We just wake up on a daily basis and we just keep moving just the way we see ourselves. You are more than that. Can you say you are more than that? I am more than that. I am a man with a purpose to empower my generation with greatness. And trust me, you cannot give what you don't have. So in the first place, you truly need to discover yourself. That is why we are here. So I'll take you through some practical exercises before I bring in the great guest we have today in the house, who is going to take us through the section of becoming financially free through this great opportunity. So for you to be successful in life, you must first know who you are. You must first know where you are, your environment, and what you want. If you discover yourself and you don't discover your environment, you cannot get what you want. If you discover yourself, you know what you want, and you don't know the right environment, you will still not arrive. So we need to get it correctly. We need to get it in the right way for us to get it correctly. So who are you? Who are you? We need to know who we are. Guys, I want to show you this proper slide that will show us the reason why we have poor, very poor, the middle class, rich, and very rich. A lot of people today, they are very poor. They don't know why they are poor. Some are poor, some are in the middle class, some are rich, while some are very rich. Today's exercise will make you understand where you are. Now, one of the most interesting things is that the people who are very poor, the people who are poor, the people who are in the middle class and all that, they are segmented into three classes. And the three classes, depending on how you think. Okay? So what are these three classes of people? The very poor and poor, they are in one class. The very poor people and poor people, they are in one class. They are in the class of just thinking of how they can survive. So this kind of people, if you give them amazing opportunity, big opportunity, they don't see anything interesting in it. They don't see it important. They feel it is not for me, I just want to survive. So they just need something that will make them survive. Then the other class of people are the middle class. The middle class, they just think of comfort. If they can see anything that can make them to be comfortable, they are good to go. If they can see anything that can make them own a car, they are living in a comfortable home, and that is all. But the people I want to talk to today, the people we are out to talk to, are people who are in the last class, last class, the rich and very rich. These are people who think about their future, who believes in their future, who invests in their future. These are people who believes that they truly need to be financially free. So if you want to be financially free, then it is the right place to be. Sorry, I won't use this mic anymore. Come on, off your mic. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah. Let's use this one. Make we know, we'll clap for God. God give us original voice. Waiting. So today we'll be talking about how you can build into your future, how you can be financially free. So these are the set of people that I want to talk to. If you know you fall within the first category, all you need to do is to convert your mind, is to change your mindset to come down to the last category. The people who believes in their future, the people who want to, who want their tomorrow to be better. So do you belong to that category? If you belong to that category, can you give me a wiper? Yes, I believe in my future. I believe in my tomorrow. Now, how can you believe in your tomorrow? You must possibly know that you'll be thinking in a way you can solve the problem, the existing problem. Are there problems in the land? Is there hunger in the land? So you should fix in everything in your mind to think of how possibly to handle the problem today. That means you are born to solve people's problem. The people in the last category are the people who have enough knowledge to even help people who are in need, who are in troubles. Okay? So, for the fact that these are the right people, then we need to plug ahead. Now, let's look at the book of Proverbs. I am a believer, okay? I am a Christian. So, I love the Bible so much. The difference between the rich and the poor is what? The way they think. Because the Bible said the way you think, so you are. So how do you think? Do you see yourself as the solution to your generation? Do you see yourself like somebody who have enough? Or you see yourself that you need help? Now, a lot of people are looking for the better government. A lot of people are looking for the better whatever. Trust me, it is you. It is you. I say this often, all the time, that the government you are looking for, it is who? It is you. You got to get better. You got to get all it is. Make sure everybody within your circle, they are getting good result and it expounds. So if you think correctly, if you think rightly, then guess what? You will get it right. Now, today, I want to make sure you understand how the rich and the poor, what differentiates them. What is the difference between the rich and the poor? Now, the middle class and beyond, they think of job. I need a job. How can I get a job? Without a job, I cannot survive. Hello? Now, while they are thinking of survivor, the other class are thinking about what? Building business. Buying business. Now, we go further to show you, why these other people, they are looking for apartment to stay or thereabout. These people are looking for how to own a big home, like I've shown you before. The mindset, just a drift of a mindset, how you think. Then the other people are thinking of how to save money. How can I add one money to one money? And the other people, they are thinking of how to invest money. So the thinking is very, very important. The rich are greedy. They think that the rich are greedy. But of course, the rich are generous. So you need to be generous when you have enough, isn't it? So guys, I want you to put yourself where you belong. This is very important to every one of us. Our direction in life is very important. But a lot of people are thinking that it is our speed and effort that is important. But guys, I want to tell you that your speed and your effort is not as important as your direction. If you are in the wrong direction and you put in a lot of speed, you put in a lot of effort, trust me, you will never arrive at your desired destination. So on that note, we need to really look at the best thing to do to get to the right direction. Now you understand, if you want to be wealthy, give me a wiper, because I may be talking to the wrong persons. Let me add my 2 legs. Can you help me raise the other leg? I don't know. I don't know what will happen. I want to be wealthy. So if I want to be wealthy, I need to follow the steps of those who have passed through that system. Now, which wealthy person do you know? The most wealthiest person you know on earth. Which one do you know? Around you. You know Dangote. Good. Who else do you know? Good. Who else do you know? Good. Who else do you know? Beautiful. That means you are very, very current. Now, if you know these persons, I want you to look at their system of earnings. A lot of us believe on the solo system of earning. A lot of us believe that we must put in our efforts to be wealthy. That is why you see today people are dying very young. People are developing heart attack. Sudden death is everywhere. Because they think of how to put in their solo effort, their effort to earn the kind of wealth. Let's take a look at Dangote. Dangote have time more than us. Do you agree with me? He has time. If you invite him, all you just need to do, okay, I will look at my timetable, because he owns the time. But some of us, if you are invited, just like as most of us were invited for this meeting, you will now need to go and take permission because you have sold your time. Somebody is in control of your time already. And while selling that time, there is no assurance that you will be wealthy. And I want to tell you that time is a master to wealth. If you understand how to relate with time, how to master time, how to use time, you must be wealthy. I didn't say you will be wealthy. A lot of us don't understand this ideology, and at the end of the day, we see us in different religious places praying and doing every sort of thing to be wealthy. If you understand the law of wealth creation, you will be wealthy. No, not understanding it alone, understanding and applying what you know. So, on that note, we need to concentrate on our destination. Be in the right path. Then when you put in speed and effort, everything works out well. Mike Adenuga, you see a lot of businesses put together. Do you agree with me? And more is coming. Dangote, a lot of businesses. That means they are leveraging the effort of others who will use their time to make them rich. That is why they don't earn from the 24 hours that we earn from. If you understand what it means, then you will be wealthy applying the law of leverage. So, take a look at what expert says about effort and time. Efforts. If we put in your effort alone to a system that will give you income, and this is how you are designed to earn. Anytime your effort ends, can you see effort? Every day you wake up, you go to work. When that effort ends, what happened to your income? It stops. That is why you find out some people work in big organizations. They are well known. They occupy very good positions. But the very day they stop working, problem starts coming. You see them, lifestyle changes. That means the system they are applying is the linear income system. It is high time we understand that the difference between a linear system and a residual system is how we think. How do you want to earn? Now, the residual earner says that I want to work in the process while this project is early going. And within a short time, my income will do what? Rise. So we call this leverage income. This income does not come through your effort alone. It comes through the effort of people you are working with. I was here some days ago and I taught us about the inner circle. The people in the inner circle, they are protected than us. Hello? The people in the inner circle, they are protected. And the people in the outer circle, they are the one who protect the people in the inner circle, provide the income that makes them to be, wealthy. So I want to be in the inner circle where I know why I am doing what I'm doing. Okay? So that is why we have been invited here to understand what it entails to be at the right-hand side of life. A lot of people are at the left-hand side because they don't understand that what it entails to be at the right-hand side is just your understanding and putting it to work. So if you want to be at the right-hand side, I will give you a typical example in the Bible. Peter was a fisherman, professional fisherman. Who knows that? If you don't know, then I will call your pastor. That all he has been teaching, you don't know. You don't know. So he was a professional fisherman. That means he knows everything that had to do with fishing. That is his profession. Now, for God to prove to us that there are laws that govern wealth creation, there was a day he went out for fishing. And because he's a professional, he just, it was freely, he was just ready. And that day we must follow law. The law of profession says that you must be at the right-hand side. But he was there ignorantly just doing the thing in the opposite way. And he was there all through the night. What happened? No results. No results. Now, when the master came to him the following day and asked him, what are you doing? He was sweating. He was, in fact, he was so discouraged. He was very demoralized. And the master asked him, what's the problem? He said, I have been here all through the night, but nothing is happening. And the master just smiled and gave a simple instruction. Who knows what the instruction was? He said, throw the net to the right-hand side. And trust me, he would have just said, do you know I'm a professional, I've been here. Does that mean that you think I've not done so much? But something I loved about that scenario was that he obeyed. So if you are in this hall today, I don't care who you are. I don't care the degree you have. What matters most to us today is your dream. And that dream must be accomplished through your bank account. So if you assume to us today that you are well, equipped educationally and all that, please solve the equation and see what is in your bank account. If that is what you truly want. If that's not what you truly want, then you need to obey. Can you say obey? Obey. I don't know the kind of obey you are thinking, but it's the obey I'm talking. So you need to do what? Obey. No, obey. No obedience. Don't carry me somewhere else. I'm in charge of my will. So I'm talking about obey. Okay? This country, I know go keep person. So Peter obeyed. And I want you to. Wow. So if you obey, what would you see? What did Peter see? What did he see? He saw results. So that means if you obey, you will see results. Now my own idea. So it's good to obey, right? So today, what you see at the right-hand side is as a result of obedience. If you are obedient, you move to the right-hand side of the quadrant, you become a big business owner. Who want to be a big business owner? Now, sometimes we mistake being self-employed to be a big business owner. I will explain for clarity purpose. We mistake being self-employed. You say, okay, today I have decided I don't want to work for somebody, so I'm going to open a very big supermarket. You are still in the linear income square. I will explain. The day you don't open that supermarket, will money come? Money will not come. So your effort is still equal to your income. Now, I was told a story while I was doing a training like this some years ago. And, of course, a lady said, do you know what happened to me? I said, I don't know. I was not there. He said, I opened a fabric shop. I was importing very quality fabrics in a very, very lucrative environment. So a lot of people come from different places to buy those imported fabrics. And I thought I was in business. And while the business was progressing, I actually employed 3 sales girls. And I trained them a lot. And guess what? I never knew that they know more than me. So while I trained them, when customers come, they respond to activities and all that. At a point, I started seeing that business was no longer moving the way it was. But well, I just kept praying. I was always in the church praying, fasting. A lot of, seed were sown. A lot of sacrifices were made to make sure that the prayers work very well. But for God to intervene, God just opened a scenario. What happened? That day, there was a friend who had a contract of a very big event. And eventually, the friend happened to come to my shop. But before she came, She put a call across to me. Say, I would like to be in your shop. I want to make a very large purchase. And I said, oh, my staffs are there. So that was the last call we had. So she got there and purchased fabrics of millions. And she left. Now the 3 wise guests, I know of 3 wise men, I don't know of 3 wise guests. They teamed up immediately and they restocked. They teamed up immediately and they restocked. So it never occurred to Madam that a friend called to say, I am going to, shop in your office. So what happened was, after 2-3 weeks, the customer who happened to be the friend was angry. If I do a large purchase like this from your shop, I'm expecting you to give me, an appreciation. So she picked up her phone call and said, you are a very bad person. I did a purchase that is raising to this tune from your office, and you could not even call to say thank you. And she said, what are you talking about? I don't understand. What are you talking about? She now said, why will you be sounding like that? Okay, when will you be free? He said, Friday evening, I'll be free. It's okay, let's meet at your shop. So somewhere along the line, they were to meet, and the other lady now said, please, can you pick me from this spot? She said, why not? So the owner of the shop actually picked the lady who patronized, and they drove together. And when they arrived at the front of the shop, as soon as they arrived, 3 wise girls. So why were they running? So they were able to just get hold of one. And they asked, why are you people running? She started saying, no, not be me. Oh. Now Esther and I say, this man, they get the same kind of thing. Say, imagine product of about how many million. Why would you just sit down here and make this kind of, business? So after selling, they went to buy and replaced it and share the profits. So now, the sales girls and the madam, who is in business? Come, explain well now. I thought we are friends. The madam and the sales girl, who is in business? Simple. Now imagine that lady now gets angry and said, in fact, it is only when I'm chance I will open the business. So when she does not open the business, will money come? No. We're running around the same circle. So there is something beyond what we know that we're going to share with you today. The ability to leverage using time to become wealthy. Effort of people. We are all seated here today. We all have how many hours? 24 hours. But I tell you, people are earning over 40,000 hours in a day. So this is what you need to understand, and this is what we are here to share with you. If you are sitting here today, this is the formula to wealth creation. And I will bring on board shortly somebody who will take you through the practical part of it. If you don't miss any line, you must be wealthy. No, it's not about saying amen. It is the reality. It is the reality. So, fasten your seatbelts. Now, this is how opportunity are. If you are seeing this picture for the first time, can I see your wiper? I'm seeing it for the first time. The first time. So, for only those who are seeing this picture for the first time, look at the picture carefully. What can you see? Only those who are seeing it for the first time, you are given opportunity to talk. Look at it carefully. Look at it. You can even turn around. You can turn your chair anyhow. Turn upside down. Now, opportunity does not come clearly. Opportunity comes in disguise. So it needs somebody to show you what opportunity is. Now, for those of us who came for the first time, your mind tells you there is something like ego, there's something like rock, there's something like bed, isn't it? Different thing comes into your mind. But once I show you clearly what it is, you say, oh, what can you see now? What can you see now? A cow. That is what opportunity is. That is how it is. Opportunity will never come to you open that I am an opportunity. This is me. You have been praying for me since. I am here now. It will never come that way. It will only come in a disguise. expecting you to be open for somebody to show it to you, and you get hold of it. Can you hold a cow now? There is value to it now, isn't it? But while it was like this, it never made sense to anybody. That is what opportunity is. So if you are here today, please open up your mind. Be ready to learn. Open up everything you need to know for you to get it right. I want to tell you today that the person we are going to bring to you to share with you this amazing opportunity is an ordinary person who opened up his belief system that this is an opportunity. And today he is extraordinary. This is a system that transforms ordinary people to extraordinary. Please don't be left out. It's a network marketing system. And a lot of people were so skeptical about network marketing. If you are here for the first time and you don't like that word network marketing, like me before, let me see your hands up. I don't like that word network marketing. Be honest to yourself. I don't like it. Now, if I give the microphone to everybody who don't like network marketing, you will find out that 80% had never gotten a encounter with network marketing. They only hear people saying, I don't like it, and they don't like it. Do I have witness in the hall? They only see people saying network marketing is not good, and they too follow suit. That is it. I was like that so many years ago. I don't like network marketing because I believe that network marketing is all about talking to people. Is that not your belief? And I don't like talking to people. Do you like talking to people? Now, if you don't talk to people, who will you talk to? Are you getting something now? Now, if you don't like talking to people, who would you like talking to? So that gives you another double check to say, oh, of course, I should like talking to people, isn't it? Now, the question now is, if you talk to people, what do you talk to them about? Most recently, I was online, and I was looking for something. I was just searching for the thing online. And I later found it. I later did what? Found it. That same thing, someone very close to me needed it. And what I did, I ordered 2. Let me be specific. You know, there is, this is it. There is a collar mic that enables you to filter environment sound. This is it. Do you understand? So, that's what I'm wearing now. So, I ordered 2. Now, while I ordered the 2, I knew a friend would need it because we'll do this business together. We always do training and all that. So, I'm already aware he will need it. I paid for the 2. And when they delivered it, I went to meet him to say, I know you will need this mic. Take and give me the money. It was after I gave it to him, it transferred to me. Am I not kind? Am I not kind? A lot of us are kind like that. We have referred people to buying things. We even help them to buy, even pay ahead. But we are not paid. Now, if I go to my home, my family, and tell them that I just did a business, but I was not paid, what will my family call me? No, not me, you. What will my family call? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. A lot of us are doing this thing. You say, I helped him to get it. You see this house he built, help him to get it. You know, is it a fame you want to eat? But network marketing says, assuming it's a company that is being established and say, when you get this thing, get 5. And when you give it to your friend, you make money from your friend and you make money from the company. When I go home, I'll probably say, yes, I just did business today. That is what network marketing is, connecting somebody to what they need. And guess what? As soon as I gave this thing to the person said, wow, thank you. How do you know I will love this thing? As I talk to you right now, I have 5 people who say they need it. But who am I trading for? Somebody else. Now, you'll be blaming me now. Why not just put money on top? Now, what if that person found out that I bought it for 15,000? We are very good friends, isn't it? And I now told him it's 25,000. Then 5 years interval, we are so good, we are so nice. 5 years interval, I now saw that thing for 15,000. What has happened? They have betrayed the trust. So do a clean business where the company set up a plan where you will earn for life. Now, why I love this company is that this is a real estate company. There is nobody that is existing under this earth that does not have anything to do with real estate, housing. Nobody, whether you are a child, whether, I don't know. Because you are here today, you slept somewhere, true or false? Housing. Whether you are not the one paying, somebody is paying. So housing has to do with anybody that is breathing under this earth today. So this is the business I'm here to share with you, alongside with my colleague. How you can make money from housing. In as much as you know people, then you can make money. Because everybody you know came out from a particular home. So our dream is to make home ownership dream a reality for anybody that is existing under this earth. So you are in big business. Talk to your neighbor, say you are in big business. Now the company now says, don't just talk to them and go home just like I just did. Talk to them, show them the opportunity, and you will be heavily rewarded. Is that making sense? Yes. You will be heavily rewarded. So on that note, I'm going to bring on stage my senior partner, somebody who I respect so much. In fact, if he starts communicating to you today about this business opportunity, you will feel his positive vibes, his positive energy. You will see the reality why every one of us today must be part of this business. He will tell you who he was, how he came into this business, and who he is today. That is why I said in the beginning that you must discover who you are. You must understand your environment and what you want. So he's going to help us through this system. If your hands are not too busy, join me, make welcome the PV doctor, our senior manager, Cyril. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good to have you.
Thank you very well.
I need to hook up this so that we are online. See you on board.
Thank you very well. Can you give him a round of applause for this wonderful presentation? It did not work well with you. You must just believe that God created today for you to make it. Am I right? I must have to apologize for keeping late due to the traffic. So, my name is Cyril Mary Mgba. Obinna Okeke Mgba. AKA double barrel approach. You must soon know why I'm named that double barrel approach. Before I start going on this presentation, wonderful presentation on the business opportunity, we must have to have a declaration. So you say with me, with PWANGROUP, I will never be hungry again. With PWANGROUP, I will never be hungry again. With PWANGROUP, I must succeed in this business. Yes, you must have to say that with you morning, afternoon, and night, and determined to do that. Our business is a wonderful business. It's a multi-billion business. And once you sign up as a PBO, P1 business owner, you have already catapulted yourself into an instant wealth, provided you do the needful. What you are taught, what my colleague have said to you about different segments of life, the low class, middle class, and the high class. You must identify yourself to be there. Below is so crowded. Do you believe in that? Yes, so you must find a way to find yourself up there. The man talking to you now was at the lowest. He called it extra poverty. I was so poor that a family of 6, you know, who were living in two-room apartment, family of 6, husband, wife, and 4 children. We are so poor that we were feeding from hand to mouth. And due to this poverty, we are living close to a canal, you know, in a very dirty place, because you cannot afford to pay for a comfortable place. You know, each time rain fell, it will overflow our house. Before you know it, in front of our house will be flooded. I'll be backing my kids, you know, we'll run out of the house looking for shelter and nowhere to find. You will stay at the upper place of the area. That is what we suffered for many years due to poverty, because one cannot find money to feed. That was what was chasing me then. But when I was in a bus, one day I learned about P1 business opportunity. They casted a rat out of the bag for me. So what I did was now to ask, how can I get to know about this business? They gave me an address somewhere in Ikeja. So I went for a seminar like this, filled up. A lady who made a presentation, I can't remember her name, just talked about the business opportunity. I said, wow. But before then, I was writing proposals to people and all that for export, importation, and what you have, you know. But we are still feeding from hand to mouth. I will insist you give me 20%. But at the end of the day, even through the importation, nothing will show for it after we had shared proceed. But after this wonderful seminar, I came back. I ran to my sweetheart. I told her we have hit a pot of honey. He thought I have attracted another person to sponsor my proposal. I said, this one is different. So now after I had discussed with her, I revealed what I had to her. He said, okay, let us try. But I couldn't, what I understood is about partnership and consultant. That was then. You may see it on the slide when we move on. So what really happened was, I said I resolved within myself I must be into being a partner with the company, because they told us about all the incentives and all the things that will be associated with it. So eventually, I didn't have money. I waited for about 3 weeks to raise 37,650. Then I signed up. No person introduced me. And when they asked me who introduced you into this business, I said, no one. I think they already did fine to assign me to the GMD, our group managing director. Today, it was long that I understood that he was the person that recruited me into the company. So how do I mean? The moment I joined the business, I laid my hands on the plow and did not look back. What the Bible said. And that is why I am so successful in this business today. Being a senior manager, not only that, I have gained a lot of things, my profile. I got a house, I've traveled abroad, I've got so many things in this business. Today, somebody who cannot pay for a house, where I am living now, I'm paying above 1 million, you know, and I have about 35 plus in the system. Yes. That is what this business can do for you if you are intentional. If you work on yourself, then you work on your job. Part of working on yourself is making this sacrifice to come out to learn. You don't know how much you gain from listening to this kind of seminar. And if you put it into practice, you must catapult yourself into an instant fame. You must hit a pot of honey. There is nothing that will stop you. You may start small, but you will definitely grow. We have a wonderful system. You know, our compensation plan in this business is fantastic. I hope you know what I mean. Yes, our compensation plan, most of us does not look into that. But I looked into this compensation plan and grabbed it. That was why I made bold to say, because I want to now hit a national director in this business. What I mean is starting from assistant manager, you know, to a manager, from a manager to senior manager, from senior manager to sapphire manager, from sapphire manager to what? To emerald manager, and from emerald manager to diamond manager. At least when you attain diamond manager in this great organization, there is no how you will not be making 30 to 50 million on monthly basis, whether devil wants it or not. Because you must have built a very large team of serious-minded people who want to attain the next step, or who would want to attain the next step. And while they are moving on, you are equally moving with them. That is why you must work hand in hand with your team, building your team. That is what we are trying to teach you today, on how to build a very large team. Because you cannot attain that position without building your team. You must do it. There is an African proverb that said, no matter how intelligent a man or a woman may be, he cannot successfully clap with one hand. You must be a joint thing. And this is the business you will pray for your worst enemy. Even what he gave us an example on his friend, he gave something, you know, he bought, he appreciated it. Even if that incident happens, that he sold the stuff for above that, and they have a strained relationship, and probably he recruited him to be part of him, he must be on his knees praying for his enemy, praying for that his friend who had divorced him to come back, because no matter what happens, the person who is your enemy must want to walk. Am I right? And each time the person walked and succeeded, you must benefit from that. So in this business, you must not equally grow in a vacuum. You must have somebody to hold your hand. Like our guy who had just spoken to us, you must always reach out to him. I'm managing director of many affiliates. You reach out to them Our ambassador, you reach out to every one of them, collect their phone numbers, call them at any given time. Always ask for help. Ask for help not because you are weak, but because you want to become strong. And ask for help and do not stop until you get it. That is what this business is all about. I told you my own story. The founders of this great organization, we must all know, they squatted in 13 houses. They went through crucibles. But today they planted a tree that is shedding billions of people across the world. Am I right? We can see, and along the side, they grab what Zig Ziglar said, that when you help a lot of other people achieve what they want in life, you will in turn achieve what you want. They are not greedy. When they survive, the initial shock crucibles, they would have now grabbed this business opportunity and kept it to themselves. But they refused to do that, am I right? They now had built a conglomerate of multi-billion company that is betting millionaires on a weekly basis. We have come to depopulate the kingdom of poverty. Yes, that is what we do. So the two things we do in this business, while you heard about double barrel approaches, you know how double barrel is recruitment and sales. That is the double barrel approach. But you must find solace in recruitment. We are going to teach you on how you must talk to about 10 people on a daily basis, and you must do it. You must be strong in doing these things. He told us about when you learn, you put into practice. In order to be rich, in order to catapult yourself into an instant fame, you must practice what you learned in the process. So you must recruit massively in order to be receiving residual income. That is the networking. Networking is simply dissemination of information and building relationship. If he goes back to tell this man that he bought this thing from, each time I come, how much will I get from this item? I bought 3 from you, how much will I be getting each time that I come to bring people to buy? The man will say, I'll give a discount of this much so that you'll be getting 1,000 each person that you call. It still remains on the same price. And that will give him more energy to now reach out to so many people to come because he wants to make 1,000. That is networking. Am I right? Yes. It's the dissemination of information. You let people know about the wonderful product, and at the end of the day, you receive residual income. So you must not be great to get started, but you must get started to be great. So you start little by little and grow. Before you know what is happening, you are up there. Like I told you, the ground is so crowded. So let me share this with you, the way I did it, and why I have succeeded in building a very solid team. Because if you check in my organization, I have more than 9 senior team managers. So you must recruit. But it's not quite easy to come around somebody to talk to the person. But maybe in the morning you are doing a workout, doing some morning exercise. During that morning, when the civil servants are going to work to the island, to Lagos, you get what I mean? those people that claim they are being paid, job seekers, or those that have secured the job, they are being paid 150,000. And you and I know that some of them are earning even 50,000. Everything will be exhausted within 1 month in transportation. They borrow into the 3rd month. Each time salary comes, they want to justify their indebtedness. Am I right? So such people, you meet with them and you say, this, please keep this flyer. When you get to your office, study it very, very well, or to your home. But this flyer does not stop you, whatever you are doing. Already the flyer is loaded. I'm talking to you on how you must talk to 10 people on daily basis, and you must do it. You must stretch yourself to succeed in this business. So now, the message here is, this company is in 25 states of the Federation, well, internationally organized company. You get what I mean? And you are saying you can make 450,000 in a month. That is what they will hit them as a thunderbolt. I'm being paid 50,000, I'm being paid 150,000. How can I get 450,000 in a month without even severing my job? Common sense will tell you such a person will be curious. Am I right? And your phone numbers are there. Your address of this place is equally there. And we do seminar here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. If they don't have time to come within the weekday, they will come on weekend, Saturday, to listen to how they will make 450,000 in a month. Am I right? Yes. Except somebody who blood is not running through his or her vein. You are being paid for 150,000. Somebody is telling you you can earn this without severing the job you had already secured. If he doesn't have time all through, he will call you to say, can you explain to me? And if you had made money in the past, I'm telling you, casting the rat out of the bag, if you had made money in the past, if he calls you, you say, okay, let me talk to you. Terminate the call. You will now use your phone to call the person back and take out time to explain everything, because he may not have the patience to waste that credit because he's not receiving a fat salary. Am I right? And if the person signs up, you have recruited. Am I right? Yes. Then we have this flyer that said you can equally make 750. You know, it's going to different people and talk about traveling overseas, paying school fees, doing all that, every juicy things. That is another attraction. And you equally give it out to people, they will consider it like the first one. But this one is equally a wonderful flyer that we had from this office, P1 Homes. With 52,650, you can own a house of 2-bedroom, all-in-suite apartment, or you own a land. Am I right? Though these days you cannot go for land, but you must, get 2-bedroom all-in-suite and be paying either monthly or bi-monthly or quarterly, as the case may be. Nothing less than 15,000 each time you want to pay. Even if you want the land, your contribution gets to 900. P1 group is not going to give you, a land of 900. They are going to give you a land of how much? Exactly. You can see how generous this company is in order to drive our home ownership dream a reality. So all that should bother you is how the organization will print flyers like this. That is what I have been doing. If you are seeing our posting, Bethany networkers, you will see we had never recorded anything less than 80. Sometimes 135, sometimes 120 something on weekly basis. Because since we opened our center, we made sure that we provide flyers for people that attend the seminars. I cannot compromise on that because that is what has catapulted me into an instant fame. We are telling you the truth. Truth is proper and sufficient antagonist to error. We now see our wonderful one that just came out. I hope all of you have seen this on the platform. And continue to read your platform morning, afternoon, and night. They are not posting junks. What they are posting is sterling information that will help you grow. Formerly, when you talked about associate PBO, which is 1,650, you don't get anything, only for you to groom the persons you have recruited to learn and upgrade. Am I right? But today, if you register and sign up 5 associate PBOs, you collect voucher. Other ones are history. You go to our resource center, you pick enough of these flyers and get to work. If you recruit above that, you get more vouchers. Like if you read behind, you see people recruiting gold PBO, classic gold PBO, VIP and elite PBOs. A lot of money that will come into you. You don't lose anything in P1 group. It's a great networking company, and you must make bold to say it to people. All you need to do is to be armed with what you let them know. It is because of the power of networking we have grown this business to a conglomerate of multi-billion companies, having over 40 managing directors under the company, under P1 group. Am I right? So that is great. You have learned this and you must put it into practice. Then for those of us that have pastors in our churches, we need to talk to our pastors so that the management will come and talk to the church. Everything that transpired there will be given to you. You call any of us, we can come and speak to them, because this thing we're talking about is life-changing opportunity. We are changing lives. Most people that are praying is praying to be liberated from poverty. Am I right? And you are creating business opportunities for them. Talk to the pastor to the extent he may even sign up about 50 people. It's a great opportunity. What I do is what I reveal to people. I've talked to my Reverend Father, I'm a Catholic, that I want to empower 100 associate PBOs. I didn't say associate, but I'm saying it because you know what I'm talking about. But I want to sponsor 100 people. Some people may be thinking, would those people work? The answer is that even if it is true that worked, you must have recovered your money. Am I right? Yes. But the most important thing is now to make sure you encourage them to always come to seminars. Because if they come to seminars, they must be serious. If not serious, 50% must be serious. I'm just revealing to you what you need to do. In your local churches, go and do it. For those of us who have sold and made money, don't eat all the monies. Print flyers, do this thing I have just revealed to you. Talk to your pastors that you want to talk to the church and you want to empower about 10 people. Then other ones, if the church loves them, in nothing less more than 5 years, they will be bringing a large tithe because the church has put them into the way of progress. Am I right? So that is what we need to do. You must go out to practice all these things. You don't substitute prayer with laziness. You pray and go out there to walk. At least this one I have said, talk to about 10 people on a daily basis. It is possible. Say it is possible. It is possible to knock at somebody's door. In your community, it is possible to talk to your pastor. It is equally possible for you to knock at somebody's car and say, excuse me, sir, can you take this flyer? It will empower you the more. It is possible after the church, you make bold to start sharing flyers. After the church, in your community where you do meeting, you make sure you talk to your chairman to introduce the business opportunity to the large house. All these things that are possible to do are equally not possible to do. Am I right? It is not possible for you to knock at somebody's door. So the major key to taking care of your destiny is you. It's you. No person will come and do it for you. And you must be consistent, hardworking, persistent in your dealing. And do not allow any person to turn you around. Because people who want to turn you around, am I right? People who want to turn you around. Some people who knows you have identified with this great company will say, PWANGROUP does not give allocations. P1 does not do this, does not do that. But when you come to seminars like this, you must learn how to now defray all those accusations. First of all, you will tell them that PWANGROUP as an organization has sold more than 250 estates. Am I right? And having sold estate that each estate does not have anything less than 300 plus right inside there. Some 2,000 plus and all that. Common sense will tell you that we have done marvelously well. We are keeping to our core values. Am I right? And common sense will equally tell you that if we are fraud, litigation would have been flying from one court or the other. Then you stalk the person west in the truth. Especially when you tell them the first real estate networking company in the world, not in Nigeria or Africa, in the world, they will laugh. And you say, Google it. And you see the answer propping up. And Google cannot identify with fraud. Am I right? It's a marketing instrument. So you must know all these things. So that very soon you start having your own stories. Try to make sure you recruit. Because recruitment is key to this business. I must tell you. There was a time I received a lot more than 5 days. A particular month, 5 days, continuously for 5 days. But on the 6th day, it was coming like bullet. Coco, 30 alerts at the same time. From P1 Max. What was long accumulating came at the same time. And this is power of recruitment. I do not know most people who sold. Even on this floor, I have a lot of alerts. I received 800 and what? 830 something. 400 and something, just some few days ago. It was coming. It must come, whether devil wants it or not. So before you crush the head of serpent, you must make sure that you do the needful, or you are being taught here. When you build a light team, take for example, you become a manager in this company, you have catapulted yourself into an instant fame. Because alert will never cease to come into your phone. Do you understand what I mean? So first of all, we talk about dream. When you have your dream, you must work very hard to attain your goals. And the first one I used to suggest to people, if you may not know, is to work towards our compensation plan, which is starting from assistant manager to diamond manager. And remember, we have diamond director and national director. But at least if you attain diamond manager, where they will give you a house of 30 million, 10 billion to furnish the house, 15 million jeep to park against that house, and what again? 6 million for vacation, husband, wife, and 4 children. Tell me a conglomerate of companies, you know, that have done it for people who served them for 25 years. None, right? Even if they have more capital outlay than we do in the P1 group, what does those people that serve them, that work with them, that they are enslaving, stand to gain? But if you work very hard, in 5 years, you could become a diamond manager. So you must start now to rekindle your energy towards that. To make massive recruitment. Because that is what your children must inherit. That is the main networking. It's better for you to make 1% of 100 people than to make 100% of your own effort. You may not be selling at any given time, but your group will be selling. We know Lolia or selling, but the person who recruited Lolia, you know, managing director who? P1 Prestige. At the time he received 10 million. In January, when things were so hard, you know, people had gone to Christmas, they came back and say, there is no business, we'll wait until February ending on March. And you see somebody receiving indirect commission of 5 million, 10 million, because she recruited. Am I right? Is the lady you know, he has sold over 300 million by now, and check 5% of that amount going to somebody that recruited her, that told her about the business opportunity. So that is why you must work hard. Go to your bank, recruit your bank manager. It's true. Because they have what we call idle funds. And we have buy to sell. Do we not have buy to sell? Bank cannot give you more than 5%, but look at us giving you 40%. And manager knows those people who have idle funds. He can say to them, I'm coming to your house this evening, and the man will be obliged, will be so happy to welcome his bank manager, who will tell you, why don't you pull 100 million? This will fetch you how much? 40 million at the end of 12 months. And not only that, they will give you, you know, a collateral contract of sale, you know, as if you have bought the land. But that is to rest your mind, we are not running away with your funds. Am I right? And at the end of the day, you will still get check covering 100 million and 40 million, which is 140 million, you know. And then and in the end of 12 months, do not come to us, go to catch your money and return our contract of sale. Is it not something wonderful? Can we clap for P1 Group? So with this, it starts from 150,000. This revelation starts from 150,000. We mention 100 million. You know, it's not to scare people, but it starts from 150,000. So you can do it even by your individual selves. In my family, I had done a lot, under the category of 1.5. One will be due this month, several other ones will be coming. So that is what you need to do as a PBO. And for the new people, if you have not signed up, any person that brought you here has done a wonderful thing for you. Even if you don't have the money to sign as Gold PBO, 37,650, make sure that you sign 1,650 and try as much as possible to recruit 5 in that category and collect a voucher. Go and shop at our resource center. We have wonderful things, the items. Simply because you talk to people about the business opportunity. So we shall be going through the slide so that you see some people who had made it in this wonderful business and how we run the business. All these things I have said to you is what you must practice to succeed in this business. And another way, and what I want to reveal to you, you are in the right position. This organization is the umbrella of P1 Homes. Am I right? And before you become a diamond manager, who can tell me what will happen for you to become that? Because from senior managers to diamond manager, you need to add something, not only recruitment. What do you need to add in order to attain that position? If you resolve today to start running along our compensation plan, who can answer that? What do you need to add to recruitment to attain that position? PVs. All right, who answered that? Recharge card, 1,005. PVs. And you don't accumulate PVs through the recruitment. You will accumulate up to 9th level, but it won't be much to put you up there. Am I right? So it's the sale of flourish cities. Because if you sell 1.5 million of flourish city, you are getting 1,000 PV. You sell Oshoroko, which is outright 15 million. How many PV will you get? 10,000 PV. So you have seen it. And in diamond, you must build 2,500,000 PV to jump on that seat. So the right time is now. We are not saying you should not sell to affiliates, but if you want to run towards, you know what you are doing in P1 group, by running through your dream, which is attaining our compensation plan, you must start building your PVs right now. And thank God we have flourish cities cut across the country. We are in 25 states. Almost in the 25 states, we have flourish cities. I'm always intentional about that. There was a promo that came and said, if you recruit 150, if you make 150,000 PV, you get to Dubai and get a marketing car. If you get 100,000 PV, you get a marketing car without traveling to Dubai. Then if you get 50,000 PV, you travel to Dubai without car. I hope you know about that promo last year. January to December. No, I'm coming to that. So now, by October, I've already smashed about 250,000 PV. Yes. Through being intentional about the sales of flourish cities. I built so many PVs that they are calling me Dr of PV. I went to Dubai through that, and I have a marketing card which I have not collected. Though I intentionally do not want to collect because our marketing car is Camry. And that was what I have gotten long ago from P1 Homes. So when I talked to GMD, he said, if you want a higher car, trade in your PVs, you have a lot to put it up to the car you desire. You get what I mean? Yes. So that is it. So you must start running now towards a compensation plan. If you haven't learned anything today, you must have learned about talking to about 10 people on a daily basis to build your team and being intentional in the sales of foreign cities. Some of you will say, if I sell for P1 Homes, I get only 10%. Others are paying 15%. Forgetting about your future. Because it's not something you just eat now and forget about the future. So you must build the PV that will put you in a sound footing to attain Sapphire Manager. From Sapphire Manager, you will see it on the board. Emerald Manager, Diamond Manager, even to National Director. Diamond Director and National Director. So you must work towards it. It's not as if you hate other affiliates. After all, we said before you get a bonus, what is annual bonus? What is it called? Performance bonus, am I right? Annual performance bonus, you must sell 5 affiliates. So that person is restricting you, but you must be wise. You must be wise. So that is what we are talking about now. Can I see the slide? Say P1 is an acronym for Property World African Network. P1 was established in March 2012. P1 is a real estate marketing and information company, and we adopt the network marketing model in real estate. Over our 10 years of existence, P1 has empowered thousands of people and families and given them a source of any legitimate income doing the real estate business. Thousands have their life transformed and can now live a comfortable life and also help them achieve their dream of owning their own homes. That is what we have done consistently. Our vision is to make home ownership dream a reality, which is why even as low as 50,000, we have seen a company, one of the affiliates, P1 Max, that said if you pay 50,000 as deposit to any of our land, even the ones that are selling 27 billion, you know, who have seen that on the platform? You get, at the end of the year, by December, if you are the person that bought, the person who brought you will have a brand new car if they do a ballot. And the person who bought will get a brand new car. As low as 50,000. That is driving our home ownership dream a reality. They want to encourage you. What is 50,000 to getting a brand new car? Even if that is the only money you have paid for the land. Even when you are indebted and you rifle proves that you are the person who wins, they must give you the car and give the person who brought you to deposit that a car. And when I asked, most of you did not raise your hand, which is why I always shouting, read your platform Monday afternoon and night, because all these things are cut across platforms. And things that will make you very rich, you know, is just there on the platform. Information that you will take out to people. Even with that information alone, you can use it to amass, the people they call in the category of traders, more than 50 in a month to deposit that. If you plan yourself very, very, very well. So our mission is to discover affordable lands everywhere and make this known to you, and also show you how you can make money to buy land and build your own home, or how you can make money to buy your home. That is what we do, our mission. Formerly, it is far-reaching area. But because we have gone to Ikoyi, we have gone to Eco Atlantic, it is everywhere now. So that is what we do. Next slide. Our core value is right from our rise. Accountability, responsibility, integrity, service, and excellence. What happened? Derived from our rise. We keep to these core values. Remember, I told you people want to turn you around. This is what is always guiding the whole P1 group, companies. We give account of what we are doing. We are responsible organization. We have integrity. We keep to our promises. We will service you well. Go downstairs and see how the receptionist will welcome you, usher you to a seat. We do all those things, and we are excellent. Are we not? Yeah. We are. So next slide. Wow. Let's give a rousing applause to these two, to this couple. Yes. God bless the day they were thrown into this part of the planet. Am I right? Yes. They are the ones that planted the tree that is shedding a lot of millions of people, billions of people all over the world. You can see Dr. Austin Ozioma Onwumere and Dr. Jane Obioma Onwumere. Ozioma and Obioma. What a coincidence. Can you clap once again for them? Can we equally say, may God continue to keep them alive to reap their efforts in life through Christ our Lord. Amen. These couple are wonderful. They adopted the system of Zigzilla, which I mentioned earlier. They allow a lot of people to earn. If you make some effort, you earn. You help a lot of people to achieve what they want in life. You will in turn achieve what you want. That is the secret of this couple. Am I right? When they talk about yearly bonus, I said, wow. The very first time I received it, and so many other people receive, we said, wow. After we have taken either 10% or 15%, gotten a car, gotten home utensils, gotten everything, at the end of the year, they still brought the money we didn't know they had made to share part of it to people who performed, who met the condition. Is it not something wonderful? So before you have a competition with P1 group, you must have shut down your greed. I mean other companies. You must shut down your greed. We are not greedy. And that is why they have grown this company to where it is today. We have seen other companies that had folded due to their greed. You can't do, which one will you pursue? Is it our compensation plan that you will compete with us? Or is it buy to sell that you compete with us? So this is the right place to be. Say, this is the right place to be. This is the right place to be. And with P1 home, I will never be hungry again. Yes, never. You must resolve that within you. Because the major key to taking care of your destiny is you. If you don't get what you want in life, you get what you are. So except you tend to go beyond your present circumstances and situations, you cannot grow. So you must determine to do that. You have the power. You are so big within you. So you must always try to stand up within you to do the work, to do the needful. Try to work on yourself than to work on your job. Come to seminars. By next week, we'll be having a success. Is it this week? Success Summit in the first tag. Try to be there. These are the things, if you call it difficulty, on 12th of every month, we have Success Summit. Resolve within yourself to always attend Success Summit. That is where you learn what will broaden your heart. You see companies, affiliates upon affiliates, giving out cars, introducing new lands, introducing new things that will entice you. Even if you are in a very far place, those are the difficulties you need to flip through in order to succeed in this business. Am I right? Go ahead. P1 was founded by this couple, Dr. Austin Ozioma Onwumere and Dr. Jane Obioma Onwumere, in 2012. At a time, they were homeless and simply looking for 300,000 to rent a flat. Out of this wilderness experience, P1 was bettered, and that is what drives the vision of making home ownership dream a reality for as many people as possible. This homeless couple, who were at a time squatting from place to place, ended up building a brand which has in turn created several landlords and millionaires in real estate industry. They squatted in 13 houses. And built this conglomerate of multi-billion company that every one of us are enjoying. Next slide. The brand started as P1 Homes. That is where we are today, with expansion in mind. In 2015, P1 Homes gave birth to a new company named P1 Edge. This emerged as the first affiliate under the brand. In 2016 to 2017, other affiliates were bettered. This became the beginning of P1 Group. Today, we have more than 40 affiliates under the umbrella of P1 Group. All this became possible as we consistently follow our vision of making our vision, which has kept us together. Can we give a rousing applause? Within 10 years alone. What has driven this success is because of the power of networking. You cannot grow a conglomerate that has, a multi-billion company that has more than 40 affiliates under her umbrella out of network marketing. As we are speaking here, so many people are organizing seminars worldwide. Am I right? Yes. Disseminating information, letting people to know what we have in our kitty. Then if you are wise to run along with it, you catapult yourself into an instant fame. You become wealthy. Can we see the affiliates? Say, wow. Wow. That is it. We have more than, of course, we all know that we have more than what is displayed here. Next slide, please. PWANGROUP is a leading network marketing real estate firm in the world. We have empowered a lot of entrepreneurs and network marketers in the field of real estate throughout Nigeria and beyond. We are also focused on being a leader in the area of corporate social responsibility by extending helping hands to our immediate community and beyond. And that reminds me, at Ogbeni Street, you know where P1H is, you know how neat that place is, right? You don't know where it is. Eh? You know where it is? That interlocking you are seeing there is by the effort of PWANGROUP. They have given out scholarship to so many people. They have given buses to schools and all that. Those are fulfilling our social responsibility. Even my son got a scholarship from secondary school to university level. And chairman has been very, very faithful to that. Next slide. We have met thousands of people, homeowners, through our highly flexible business model. We now have 8 states and operate in 30 states in Nigeria. We have sold and allocated many of our estates while others are at various stages of development. We have commenced building in some of our estates. We have started a program to enable our members own their own home using a flexible payment plan and also aid income and various incentives in the process. We have taken many of our deserving members on several all-expense trips abroad. We have given brand new cars to deserving members. Are we right about this? The first real estate networking company in the world. For the new members, how many of us are coming for the first time? You get home, you Google that. The first real estate networking company in the world. That one will help you and enable you to close a lot of deals. Because they would have known you are dealing with a trustworthy company. And do not forget that each time somebody is having doubt, you refer the person, go and ask your bank manager about PWANGROUP or a particular affiliate you are selling to somebody. Go and ask how they are faring, whether they are reliable or not. I'm always using that. So how we operate to make home ownership dream a reality. Next slide. We introduced the network marketing in real estate because of its multi-level compensation system. As the first ever company to incorporate network marketing into real estate globally, we empower people to make an honest living through real estate marketing and also show them how they can acquire affordable properties at zero cost, as well as show them how they can make money and buy their own homes. This we have done consistently for 10 years. And again, let me throw light about this zero cost. So we have a system to make home ownership dream a reality, and you come up with a letter to any of the affiliates and say, I'm interested about this property. I would want to start with this property without paying anything right now, but each time I make my commission, take 50% of that off my commission and retire the other one to the land I have chosen. That is buying property at zero cost. Some of you may be seeing it and be wondering, you know, why this zero cost? Next slide. Look at where we are. The states, in 30 states of the Federation. Yes, this is where we are about networking. Can you see the man up there? I hope you are listening. That man up there is like you. And what you need to do is to make sure that you build 5 people under you. Do yourself very good to build the foundation. We usually say 5 by 5. 5 by 5. Wow. It seems many of us are coming for the first time. 5 by 5, make your billions. That is our slogan. And that is when you see the slide, you see it's actually 5 by 5. You make your millions. You know, so you have created 5. Then you encourage them to now develop 5 as you have done. Replicate what you have done. Are you seeing it? They have replicated it. 5 times 5, you know, is 25 plus your own 5, 30. You become a manager. So, but this system at this particular position, only you can recruit 30 people. Don't put for any person. Except when you have like husband or children, you can do that. Don't put for any person. The only thing you do is to encourage the person. You can borrow the person money. If he wants to do anything, return this money, you know, at the end of the day. Because we have seen occasions where people had recruited someone under somebody else in order to grow the person's network. And at the end of the day, the person will close a deal as high as 100 million. Even you that did that thing did not get anything. You are supposed to get 2%, for example, and you are not a manager. That one eluded you. The trauma has not left the person for a very long time. So the only thing is to work hand in hand, encourage them to build their team, replicate. Except you are members of the family. Because ECB, Balonaba, it's the same family. You can do that. You know? It's because if you do that, like your husband or your children, the same money is revolving within the family. That is what ECB, Banaba, Mbi. When the P1 brand started in 2012, many people got empowered through the system who were referred as independent business development executive, generally known as consultant and partners. That was when I learned about this thing. If you remembered, I told you about this when I started. Today, because we are selling a timeless product that we believe will stay with you for generations and keep us together and will help you bring the desire of becoming homeowners to reality. IBD is generally referred as consultant, and partners will now be known as P1 business owner. What it means, you are the owner of the conglomerate. We all know what you will spend in setting an office of real estate business. Am I right? No matter how small your office may be, and you go to price the land you put forward to sell, you see that you would have spent millions of naira. Am I right? But here you are as a PBO inheriting multi-billion investment. What that means, if you travel to Port Harcourt, you go into our office in Port Harcourt and start using our Wi-Fi. You can stay there from morning till evening. You can ask them to take you to all our lands for videos and come back and resume. Stay 30 days, because you are the owner of the office. So as everywhere. In this hall, you can invite any person, apart from Tuesday, Thursdays, and even on these days. Come here and speak to the person, introduce the business opportunity and all that. No person will chase you away out of this place, even for the whole 30 days. You get what I mean? That is the meaning of PBOs, P1 business owners. You too can become a PBO today. For the new people, be wise. Meet the person that introduced you into this business and sign up. In no distance time, you will be thanking the person. Next slide. Next slide. As a pioneer in real estate industry, I'm following our vision of making home ownership dream a reality. PWANGROUP designed this program for her members to begin their journey towards owning their own property by subscribing to a house or land in any of our P1 companies and enjoy the benefit of paying for it over a period of time for up to 5 years. P1 Business Owner Program is a program designed for you to become a proud owner of a land or house ranging from 15 million and above, depending on your capability. Next slide. The program gives you the liberty to choose the best payment plan suitable for your budget and work with it. It also gives you the liberty to choose the location you would want your house or land to be. P1 has estate in various locations in Nigeria, and you can choose from any of these locations. Interestingly, if you do not want any of these locations you can choose where you have a land, and we will come there and build for you. What does this mean? Even if you do not want any of these places, I want to go to your hometown in a no biggie, where your fathers or your fathers has given you place to build. Then we will cite whatever you have merited there. This is what that topic is all about. Then we have 12 ways of earning. And that one is by effort. You must make sure that you go through the 12 ways. Once you come to the level of attaining the 12 ways, alarm will be hitting your account. Yes. Once you have gone through the ways. Direct recruitment bonus. It is said that if you recruit like 37,650, today if you recruit associate PBO and make effort to assemble 5 of them, you will get a voucher. Am I right? Voucher of how much? 3,000. But if you recruit 37,650, you will get 7,200. If you become a classic, and now, yes, 11,520, 52,650. And let me tell you, even though you are a classic gold, you don't lose anything in P1 group. Ask me how. Yes, because by the time you have recruited somebody, that is why we tell you about the power of recruitment. We call it referral bonus. By the time you have done that, recruited 5 people, 11,520 times 5, you must have recovered your money. Every other thing is profit. Am I right? The same with 7,200. And of course, even if you now brought somebody, some 5 people that paid as gold PBO, 37,060, you must equally become assistant manager. See what you have done to yourself. If you recruit 5 or combine classic or gold, you must become assistant manager. You have recovered back your money. And you have gotten voucher by the new introduction. You have gotten a lot of voucher. So that flyer, make sure you get it. If they don't have it in this building, you go to a resource center, carry enough, and use it to disseminate the information. You use it to make massive recruitment as well. So direct sales commission is 1% to 15%, So indirect commission is 1% to 5%. Buy to sell is 10%. We have talked about buy to sell. We told you earlier it is a gold mine. But the question is that if you introduce somebody that pays 45 million, we will give him property to hold in custody. We call it contract of sale. And the person will make a whopping 18 million. Am I right? Because the same day the person will be given a check of 63 million. But the question is that what stands for me that brought the person that invested this? 10%, which is about 4.5 million. Barring your tax and VAT removal. You become a millionaire by making effort to introduce that to people. So you must always talk to people. The person that will catapult you into an instant fame is right under your nose. Yes. So you must talk to people on a daily basis. Especially hold the flyers in terms of business and recruitment. After the church, those exotic cars, you introduce them about this buy to sell. You are home and dry. So next slide, please. You see, center recruitment bonus. Like if you become a manager, it is expected of you to look for a center where you now be disseminating information. Like what we are doing here, or what we are doing in various places around the world. Then if eventually you recruit somebody in that center, or the person sells, you get sales bonus and recruitment bonus. That is what it is. PBO monthly performance bonus. And annual performance bonus, which we have said much earlier. These are the 12 ways of earning. Next slide. Managers and leadership bonus. When I attained senior manager, I was given 360,000. If you attain a team manager, they will give you stage bonus of 144,000. Not only that, as a senior manager, they said I'm going to travel to London to open a center. All paid trip, and that will be sponsored by PWANGROUP. The same with our ambassador, Bodo, we go to United States and one African country. And I will go to Ghana to do the same. So is it not something wonderful? And they are not discriminating about that. All you need to do is to work very, very hard and work hand in hand. Remember I told you, no matter how intelligent a man or a woman may be, he cannot successfully clap with one hand. So coming to the bombshell, the one that everyone, because if you cultivate today, you will reap in the future. This 13th way of earning, you can see how important it is to me that I laminated it. Can you see it? I have done that. My wife, lovely wife, has done that. My son here has equally done that. You know, you must migrate to this. If you're a classic gold, you find a way to raise 135,000 in order to be in this founders bonus. We all have the flyers here. But what happens, we do not read about the information that are embedded on this flyer. From 1 to 9 position, you will read all the conditions here. This is saying whether you are recruiting or you are not selling, you must be getting alert. Hello, did you hear that? Whether you are recruiting or not, or working or not working, you must be earning money. What a great organization. 13-12 earning. So every PBO should strive to be in this position. The earlier, the better. 13-12 earning. And what happens once you find yourself on that platform, they first of give you 44,640 as the first one. Then the next position you will find yourself, the next check that will hit your account will be 180,000. And the next one that will follow is 900,000. Are you surprised? Without working. That is it. Because you have gotten this, but you have not gone through them. Information is power. And that is why you must come out for seminars like this. Then the next one is getting a land of 4.5 million. If you do not want land, you discount 20%, and that will give you 3.6. It's there, you can collect it. That is what our brother is sharing. So that is it. It is a privilege, not a right. What is right is the 12 ways of earning, from number 1 to 12. This one, they say, comes quarterly, but if you qualify for it. Qualification does not mean that you have inputted thing or you have done something. It could come in 6 months after the first one. It could come in 1 year, but the most important thing is that you must attain all these heights. Am I right? So at that 6th position, where you get 3.6, if you want cash, it is expected of you to migrate to VIP. We know that VIP is 1,537,650. But in that case, you're already a PBO. You will just cover out 1.5 million. So once you have come out that, but by the way, why should you worry? When 1.5 is mentioned to you, you have already gained 3.6, you have gained 900,000, you have gotten 180,000, and you have gotten 44,640. So from there, you can easily cough out 1.5. Am I right? Can we give a round of applause? So now that is how you will be earning up to the 9th position. Even to 28,124,640. And it is forever to continue that way. But it is stated that what will stop you from going on and on this progress is when you are dormant, when you have not renewed. Whether you are VIP or you are an elite PBO, what we use in renewing every year is 36,000. Okay, it's on the board. You can see it. So it's something great. So make haste why the, yes. When you register, we We told you earlier that when you make recruitment, you get PVs. This is where you see it. Register with at least 1,650 as an associate PBO, and you pay your annual administrative fee of 36,000. This gives you 24 PV. The total of 37,650 will give you 25 PV. Then you get somebody that pays 52,650, you get 10 PV plus 25 PV. That will give you 35 PV. And this runs to the 9th level. Do you understand that? It runs to the 9th level. You can see how generous the company is. But if you make sale of florist cities like I had advised you, in order to build a massive PV, it will run to only 5 levels. That is great. So which means effort of a particular person in your lineage has spilled over to you. That is why you must always work hand in hand. So the same with elite, 187,650, see where you will get. If you migrate upon all these things I had explained earlier, you still have 125 PV, which is money. That is our currency. And how much is it exchange with? 12 naira. The same with VIP, 1.5, get 1,000 PV plus 25 PV. It will become 1,025 PV plus bonus of 10 PV. That will give you 1,537,650 PVs. So you can then continue to pay in any installment of your choice, not less than 15,000. And another wonderful revelation is that, assuming you are a classic gold, you are paying for your home ownership, dropping 15,000 monthly. By the time you pay it for 9 months, you have migrated to an elite PBO. So if you check 15,000 times 9, it becomes 135,000. So that will enable you to equally attain an elite while you are still pursuing for your home ownership. Every time you recruit a PBO, you earn PV. Every time a PBO recruit or subscribe for home ownership, you still earn PV. Every time a PBO recruited by you makes his or her monthly deposit, you equally earn PV. Look at how it goes. Like what we explained earlier, the entry levels. Next slide. This is a wonderful way of building your team and working hand in hand with your team in order to gain such fat earning. This is at 8th level. When you now recruit, we are talking about only classic and above. If you recruit classic PBO, you gain 35 PV. When you do it times 5, you get 175 PV. And what you will earn times 12 is 2,100. So you do it the same way. You can see it's 8th stretch. By the time you go through the same way, what you are seeing on board, you will be earning over 200 million naira. Which means you must be working hand in hand to grow your team. But in addition to this, I must tell you the easiest way to equally attain this by the power of 1. We call it 8 wonders of the world, power of multiplication. So when I am a classic gold, I have gotten 35 PV, and I bring Mr. Obi, he comes in as a classic PBO. We have become 2. Am I right? By the next month, all we need to do is that both of us should recruit only 1. We are not saying you can recruit 30 in a month, but in order to arrive in what we are talking about by the power of 1, even if you put only 1 person, the other person does the same thing, you continue, you become 4, you continue that way. Every one of you will make sure that every month you recruit 1. At the end of 18 months, you will be getting such a huge amount of money. So you can practice it. What is recruiting 1 person if you make effort? If you want to attain your dream and get your goals right, you must do it. Organize meetings, with your team members and start running along with it. And one thing I forgot to tell you about the buy and sell, I said it started with 150,000. Am I right? Yes. Even at 150,000, it may be too small, but it's a large something if time is put in place. With 150,000 in 25 years of investment, the management is saying when you plow it into the company, at the end of 1 year, they give you 210. And you remove it, do not trust the organization. First of all, remove your cash and return to invest it. If you do that consistently for 25 years, you will be getting over 670-something million. Am I right? 8 wonders of the world. But some of you will go to where they kill, point and kill, and squander it within 1 month. All you need to do for married men and women, invest such opportunity with your kids. We have had Adefarat each time he mounts, in the church, what he talked about is about real estate, business opportunities. Because he knows that most people that are coming to church are coming to pray themselves out of poverty. Am I right? He's introducing them the way to be rich in order to extend the helping hand to others. And that is what we constantly do in P1 group. So that is it. I've told you about the power of 1, and this particular one may be hard, but if you are working hand in hand, people who understand networking business, they must do it. But with the power of 1, it gets easier, but longer time, 18 months. This one is 8 months. Next slide. You earn PVs and the currency for P1 ownership program. Every point value accrue is translated to cash. 50 of that money is paid into your home ownership account, and 50 will be cash by you. So while you are doing this, even in the buy to sell, we have PVs. I hope you know. You can plan your life, your house rent around all these 2 things, buy to sell and accumulation of PVs through recruitment and intentionally selling from rich cities. That is the only way you can accumulate huge PVs. By intentionally selling all the P1 homes land. Because if you do that, you must accumulate PVs. You may want to be recruiting. Yes, you get PV, but such PVs might not get you a very long place. But if you sell as low as 1,650 million of 1.5 million, you get 1,000 PV. Talk about 15 million, you get 10,000 PV. And if you times it with 12 naira, you would have seen what you earn. As time goes on, we'll analyze it. Next slide. You choose the location of your house. We said it earlier. You can also choose to pay monthly or bi-monthly or quarterly. We said it earlier. You can win a brand new car. That we have said before. You can qualify for all expense trip. We all know that. International travels. The P1 group will sew dresses for you while traveling. You can see what is happening there. This is Dubai trip. Dubai trip on Eagle Summit. This is Ghanaian trip. You can see the managing directors, our chairman, group managing director, executive directors, you know. This one, Florida City giveaway to Egypt. Wow. Can we give a round of applause to this great company? 216, 17. We are given opportunity to travel abroad. How many of us who want to join in the next trip? Wow. All of us, yes. But you must be intentional. You must work very hard. You must equally be consistent. Am I right? Yes. We have promos, a lot of promos that will lead us to this trip. We have giveaway cars of Venza. We have improved it from Camry to what? Venza. We can see one mounted there. Fortunately enough, the first Venza that was taken is from my center. Last year, we got about 3 cars from my center, Bethany Networkers Center. The same thing I taught you here is what you need to do to be at that level. We don't change it. Since I started that center, I've been printing flyers, work with those flyers. Every week we load, make sure that everyone is loaded with flyers. Sometimes we go all out for marketing, working hand in hand. That we have consistently done since we started that center. You can see, look at me here. This man got car last year from this place, P1 Homes. Brother Clement Obiora. Is that not wonderful? We give brand new cars to our ambassadors. This is our very first ambassador, Ojoromi, with that brand new car. Return back. This lady was selling, Tosin was selling recharge cards. Before the business opportunity hit to her. Now through her effort and running along, holding a plow and was not looking back, did not look back, he grew to the extent of becoming an ambassador, brought her husband. Today, he's the executive director of P1 Stars. And the husband is the managing director. And that reminds me, 80% to 90% of our managing directors and executive directors are PBOs like you and I, which means if you make an effort and be consistent and loyal to the brand, you must find yourself one way or the other being piloting the affairs of P1 Group. Am I right? Yes. You can see Ogbuehi was an ambassador. Today is the managing director of P1 Heritage. You can see how penciled he is. If you see Ogbuehi today, it is like adding this in 5 that you are seeing. Am I right? Yes. Next slide. This is our star ambassador through sales. Next slide. Wow, this is our Madam V, Mrs. Vera, Executive Director of P1 Premium. He has been enjoying in this platform, not because he's so loved, but because of her efforts. Am I right? Became an ambassador, you know, and became an ED. Today is the Executive Director, P1 what? Premium. And the new post was embedded to her. You can see how he was crying when he was given a brand new car. Am I right? He has been enjoying over the years. That is how every one of us will enjoy if you make effort. This one is Anu Kanti, the managing director of P1 Bazaar. He was an ambassador. Today is the managing director of P1 Bazaar. This is our Okota ambassador, Sydney. You can see how penciled he is. Can you look at his shoes? That means that was his best shoes when he became an ambassador. He became ambassador through massive recruitment. Through recruitment, he became an ambassador. And he's reaping from that wealth of building of team up to today. See his shoes. That means, and look at his trouser, look at his shirt, which means that was the position he was then. Am I right? That was the best clothes he can come out before the public to carry brand new car. But today, in his wardrobe, you can see fleet of shoes, everything you can think of. Come to our social summit and see him. You see that money is speaking. Money is talking. Next slide. Our managing director for P1 Edge, but has traveled out. You know, another person has assumed the position. Next, you know, Ata Priska. You can see, if you look at it, the car is increasing in value and substance. Am I right? From Kia Picanto to this position. Next one. This one is selling like, come back. That one is selling like, he can sell anything. It's a selling machine. Kayinde. You can see. Can we give a lot of applause to this young lady, wonderful lady, our ambassador, 2020 to 2024. A wonderful lady, recruiting like anything. He will tell us he goes to the market. Once he grabs 2 market women, he will talk them into the business opportunity. Other ones are history. Because those leaders will have to organize the whole market women. It doesn't matter to her whether it is under them. Once he picks 1 or 2 to 5, other ones will join. That is how to grow a team. He does that. He cannot go through any person without talking to the person. He will tell you our testimony. We have had a testimony several times. A wonderful lady. Today, he's enjoying. Last year convention, he got Venza. Am I right? And you can see our brand new car now. Look at it. Wow. The highest in the system. Look at how beautiful he is. Like what they call mommy water. Am I right? It's like what is picked from the ocean. Look at And each time you see her, is always demonstrating this. You don't have money, you don't do that. You can't make omelette without breaking of eggs. You see her dress, you know money is talking. Am I right? Who want to be the next ambassador? You have to work very, very hard. You see our annual performance bonus. Somebody got up to 970 something, 450. You can imagine that. You now ask yourself question, how much did this person sell for a year? The person must have made 15%, got all home appliances, got to overseas, got a car, and at the end of the year, they gave, look at the one I told you that was selling like machine. Come down, let them see the heat of the money. 2,075,239.54. That would tell you that he must have sold over 400 million in a year. Am I right? In order to pick such huge amount of money. The ambassador, you can see them. Let's go on. Let's go on. You can see what we are doing in PWANGROUP. Let's go on. Look at Priest Carter. Lalia. The one that sold, I told you somebody picked over 5 million. Indirect commission. That's the lady. Next one. We all know Abraham. Look at what he picked. That will tell you how much he must have sold. He's a wonderful man. He grabbed the business opportunity and run along with it. Next slide. Next slide. Yes, look at this and the compensation plan we are talking about. What you need to benefit. Advise you earlier to now hook onto our compensation plan. That is the only way you succeed seriously. You know, because that is the only thing you will do as a young man and a woman that your family will inherit, your children will inherit. That is where it is embedded. Sign up one as a PBO. Then the second, become an assistant manager by recruiting, by recruiting 5 PBOs. You will be recognized as assistant manager. Then the next one is become a manager by developing 5 assistant managers. Then your reward will be, you will be recognized as a team manager, or when you recruit 30, I told you earlier you can recruit 30 only by yourself. But the other one goes much easier when you are working with your team. Then the stage bonus will be 144,000. Then become a senior manager by developing 5. You can see 5 by 5, you make your million. Recognized, you will be recognized as a senior manager. Then you receive a senior manager bonus of 360. The next one, you can see what I mean when I advise you to be intentional about the sales of flourish cities in order to build PVs. If you build PVs from buy to sell, it does not work here. You can use it to buy land, pay for house rent, you know, or anything in the system, but it does not work with the growth of our compensation plan. So get it right. But if you sell flourish cities or any land belonging to P1 homes, you accumulate a lot of PVs. I told you the secret. What we do here is to teach you on how you will be be moving on and on to achieve your plans. Can you see what I mean? With a accumulation PV of 100,000 PV, you know what it means? You can't get these PVs through recruitment. You can only get it through sales of PVs. The only way you can get it through recruitment is when you recruit PI. But it's not easy to come by somebody coughing out 1,500,000 and 37,650. In fact, people that come to me, I must tell you the truth, I said we have gotten 2 people that indicated such interest. But what I told them is that we have 13th way of earning. Do 187,650, then use 1.5 to do, or the remaining to do buy to sell. If you do 1.5, you make 600,000. By the time it comes to 1 year, you have gained 60,000. If it is a time to switch over to VIP, you can now comfortably remove 1.5 and pay. You had made 600,000 already. So you could equally be wise. So see the benefit in marketing car valued 2.7. Next slide. To develop Sapphire Manager with cumulative PV of 500 PV. I'm always talking about this 500,000. It's not easy to come by this except when you sell properties belonging to P1 homes, particularly florist cities. Before you can accumulate such a huge 500,000 PV. And remember, whether you attain and gain all these benefits, your PVs are still there for you. You get what I mean? You can change it with 12 naira and still accumulate money in your bank. See the rent subsidy of 3 million and car fund of 6 million. Total of 9 million. Next one. You can see what I mean. Diamond Manager. Develop 5 Emerald Manager by accumulating PVs worth 2,500,000 PVs. And look at your benefit in levels of 5. That is why you must be working hand in hand. And that is why this thing is equally good. Let me tell you the system. Because if the person up there sold, take for example, 10 million, the person that brought a person will equally get 10,000 PV. He will get 10,000 PV. The other person will get 10,000 PV. The person who brought him will get 10,000 PV. You get what I mean? It will go round up to 5 levels in order to attain or go through a compensation plan. See the benefit, house worth of 30 million, kitchen and house equipment worth 10 million, then brand new car worth 15, and all paid, expense paid vacation for the family of, and 6 million travel allowance. Father, mother, and 4 kids under 18. If you don't have, you get from your success lines, all paid trip by the company. Is this not wonderful? Why are you not clapping? So you build this until you become Diamond Director. The last one, your benefit will be communicated to you and become a Diamond, become a National Director. In this position, you would have sat on the board of PWANGROUP. You know what that means. But once you attain Diamond Manager, every other 2 will be much easier. Am I right? Yes, that is wonderful. Can you see why the business opportunity is worth indulging in? Am I right? And at this position, look at that diamond manager. They said 2,500,000 PV. Did you see it? That money, if you times it by 12, remember I told you your PVs are still intact for you. You times it by 12, what you will be getting is 30, a whopping 30 million. After you have gotten a house of 30 million, all those things, incentives, you will still go back to change that money with 12 naira and get 30 million. That is why you must work. And like I told you, you start now to build your PVs. This is how the success circle is. We have mentioned all this. Next slide. Amazing incentive. PBO can begin to shop again in the P1 group membership mart and resource center with PBOs free shopping vouchers. We have mentioned it. Recruit 5 associate PBOs, you get 3,000 voucher. You recruit 10, you get 6,000 voucher. Recruit 15, you get 9 shopping voucher. You recruit 20, you get 12,000 shopping voucher. Now you recruit 15, you recruit 25, you get 15,000 shopping voucher. And recruit 30 associate PBOs, that is those who paid 1,650, you get 18,000 shopping voucher. You know, within a month, May, June, July, August, etc. This promo is open to all associate gold, classic gold, elite, and VIP gold. And every recruitment is counted as one. If you achieve any of the, talk to any person that you crosses, it is easy to do all those things. And if it is easy, the question you need to ask yourself, if I talk to any person or somebody, will I slump before the person and die? Why are you laughing? Answer now. Will you slump before the person and die? So if you cannot, if that is not the case, you must talk to people. Okay? Hey, my Oga, what flashy cars did you bring here? It's only P1 group that can fetch you that. Am I right? Yes. Wow. We have gone past this. I think we are through.
Oh, really?
We are through. Are you happy? Yes. Are you happy? So God bless P1 Group and God bless every one of you. In Jesus' name.
All right, can we give him a round of applause? A sincere round of applause. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I would like to share with you our ongoing projects. Right now, the company wants to appreciate every one of us. The company wants to ensure that we are making money from any level. I'm sure he told you about our associate PBO level, which is 1,650. Now, the company says before now that if you start with the 1,650, you have no benefits. You just recruit and make sales. And at the end of the day, the company just say thank you with your sales commission. We earn two kinds of income, the bonus and commission. So you get commission whenever you make sales. Now, guess what? Whenever you make sales, the company do not give you your due right of commission, your percentage, when you start as an associate PBO. But guess what? There's a good news for you. Now, when you start as an associate PBO now, the company says, why not tell 5 of your friends? Now, you find out so many people may not have the opportunity to come on board with the big level that he has taught us, 52,650 and thereabout. But guess what? When you come as an associate PBO, because I want everybody in this hall to must get registered now. I don't want you to go out without registering. Now, when you come on board with associate PBO, the company says, thank you for getting started. Now, come with 5 of your friends who are going to do the same thing. And when they do the same thing, you become a senior associate. Amazing. Come to the Success Summit talking to people. On Thursday, we're going to have a short section here because we're going to be at Festac. That is his area. He's the chairman of that area. They've given him ballet of recruitment in that area. So he's going to host us on Friday in Festac area. Am I correct? Yes. Yeah, a very big ram he's going to give to us. So just come, just come, just come. Trust me, you will enjoy yourself. On Friday, we'll be having the company Success Summit. Our summit is a place where you imagine things that are not real. In an economy like this where people are hungry, people don't have hope for their future, you will see people celebrating in millions. So if you want to celebrate in millions, don't miss coming to our Success Summit. We're going to ensure that we have a lot of buses. We have brand new buses that's going to convey you to Festac and bring you back. We'll have a lot of buses. Okay, if we have people that will contain more than 10 buses, we'll make the vehicle available for every one of us. I want you to at this point, appreciate my Oga at the top for a work well done. Let's thank him very well. This is somebody who can say, I don't have time to come because I have a lot of people to work with. He has a lot of people, he has a lot of team. But simply for the fact he understands that team means together everybody achieves more, he has devoted his time to join us here today to teach us the step-by-step on how you can be successful in this business. Guys, I don't know how far you can dream, but as much as you can dream, you can achieve it. Thank you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name remains Enas Nahoro, and I want to say thank you for sparing this amazing time to share with us on how we can make our dreams a better one. God bless you. See you on top. I'm sure before he steps out, some of us want to ask 1 or 2 questions. Want to ask any question you want to ask. The reason why he's here is that as you throw the bomb, he go defend them, Abi? So any question you want to ask, because out there, a lot of people have been saying, I don't know about P1. I don't know what P1 means. I don't know how to make money from P1. I don't know how to sell their properties. I don't know where their properties are. I don't know. Today you will know. Tell your neighbor you will know. Yeah, so whatever questions you've been wanting to ask, here is a privilege for those who are here to know what you need to know. All right. Mr. Ima, you're going to help me. Someone is asking, so you give her the microphone so she can ask. Okay? I'm sure your question should be positive. If your questions are not positive, I have a soldier man there that will bundle you. I don't take nonsense.